It is Bones. And in this one, we're going to take a look at another wave in my Mattel DC Multiverse collection. Now, the last time I did one of these, I said I only have one wave left until I could show my complete Mattel Multiverse shelf that I'm building. But I was wrong because there's actually two waves left. So once I get done with this one, I'll have one more, and then I'll show my shelf and how I built it and all the figures that are in there. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. Can't wait to do that video. Today, the wave is gonna be the Ninja Batman wave. Now that figure is based on the DC animated Ninja Batman movie. It does have a couple of really cool, interesting characters and some pretty nice looking figures. So the other thing is that I do, two of these I already have had open, but there's a couple that I haven't opened up yet or ever opened up. So I'll be happy to finally open them up and get them up on the shelf. Now, starting off, we have Beast Boy. Now this is the second version of Beast Boy that Mattel did. They did do the DC Universe Classics original release. He didn't have so much like animalistic characteristics. It was very minimal, you could barely see it. But in this one they did go on to add a little bit more animal characteristics, shaggy fur. It's a pretty nice looking character. I think he's a little big, but it's not too much of a problem. I do have an extra one of these that I want to do a custom with, but I needed to open them up to get the part of the Ninja Batman. So pretty cool little character. Mattel did a nice job. Like I said, the only thing is he might be a little bit big, but no biggie. Let's go ahead and add him to the collection. Now coming up next is one I've really been wanting to open for a long time that I haven't never opened, and that is Mattel's second shot at Starfire. Now they did have the original DC Universe Classics release that was actually in a 2-pack with Adam Strange, and this figure is really nice. Her hair has like a little bit of translucent quality and it's sculpted really nice. She has the basic buck of the later waves from Mattel's DC line. Pretty nice high heels she has on there for boots. It's pretty cool. Her costume looks really nice. This is gonna be one of my favorite figures, actually, female figures that Mattel did during this version of their DC Multiverse. She looks really, really nice. The face sculpt, awesome looking figure. This one I am not gonna mind getting up there on the shelf. Up next we have Wally West Flash. Now this is another pretty good looking figure. Head's a little bit big for me, but not too much of a big deal. He did come with a little bit of accessories, some like lightning bolts, like flash action, and some alternate hands. They did DC Universe Classics did do a Wally West a little figure originally, but this one's more modern. There's a comic that these are based on where they all look pretty much like they do here. I like the different tone of paint. There's like red and then a little bit more maroonish looking color. But all in all, pretty cool. Gonna put them up there with all the other flashes that I have up on my shelves. So. Up next we have John Stewart Green Lantern. This is also the second time that they put a John Stewart figure out. The first one was from the DC Universe Classics. You know, I've seen pictures of this guy, like the prototypes, and man, when I saw the pictures of the prototypes, it looked really, really good. I just think that when they finally, like, the finished product just didn't really live up to the prototype pictures. I mean, it's close, but there's just some things that just don't look right. His head looks a little bit weird, and he has derpy eyes, and I do have another one of these that I actually customed, and I made him like the Justice League animated, like bald with really, really green eyes. So that's a custom that I have of another one of these that I had bought. But this is my normal, just originally released version with no alterations. So this is the one I'm going to put up on my Mattel shelf. But you know, another thing that was really cool about Mattel at this time is they had taken out basically all the pins from their figures, and these figures do not have any pinholes from the elbows to the knees to the feet. They even added like swivels on the feet where you could actually like get the foot like swiveled, like pivoted. So they were really doing a good job. It's just that right after this wave, they had one more wave and then they lost the license. So pretty sad, even though the figures were starting to look pretty nice. And if you look at a lot of the figures on their prototype shots, like where they show them at toy fairs and stuff, they look pretty awesome. They look really good. But there is a difference from getting from the prototype to actual production. So, but pretty cool. Like I said, the only one I have of these is my custom. So now I'm gonna have a unaltered figure to put up there on the Mattel shelf. Pretty cool. Now coming up next, we have Dick Grayson Nightwing. This is probably Nightwing is a figure that they always release. Of course, DC Classics had their Nightwing. Pretty nice looking figure. Like I say, the thing about these figures is the no pins. That's really like surprising. Even if you look at McFarlane's right now, they still have the pinholes. A lot of Marvel Legends have pinholes, but these later Mattel line figures, they just took out the pins, which was really awesome. So I really appreciate this series. More of the later ones, like these that are really underrated. It's really underrated. The one thing I don't like about this Nightwing figure is he doesn't have anywhere to like stash his Eskrima sticks, where they usually put some clips on the back where you could put the sticks on there. And in this one, they just had him plain like that. But that's minimal. The head sculpt is like really awesome on this figure. Came with alternate hands and his sticks. So this is actually a figure I really, really like. And he looks really good up there on the shelf. Now, the last figure is one I don't really like or need, and that is the Black Lightning from the television series. I'm not a big live action figure guy. I mean, I do have some, but a lot of them just don't do anything for me. Like when Mattel was releasing those Aquaman waves from the movie and the Wonder Woman, that to me, honestly, even though they had a movie to back up the line and all that, that was a big waste of time, because they could have been releasing like different figures and different characters, like expanding their uh, their lineup for the collection. But they were just releasing the same Wonder Womans over and over again. Batman v Superman. Like I said, they did a whole line for Aquaman. I just really don't have any of those figures or really want them. And like I said, I know they were trying to make their money using the movies to like get the line out there, but those were like 5 waves that were wasted doing movie figures. But it is what it is. Luckily, we do have some figures that are really awesome that we could look back on. But this Black Lightning one is just another one that I don't really need or anything. So he's just going into the fodder where I'll end up using as parts to like make customs and stuff like that. So, and then finally, we have the Ninja Batman. Like I said before, this figure does come from the DC animated movie Ninja Batman. Really nice looking figure. The sculpt work is really good. The head is like unique to like other Batman heads from Mattel. He comes, of course, with his samurai sword, the sheath, some alternate hands. I really like this guy. Now that I get to hold him in my hand, he's pretty cool. He has a big flowing cape. Really nice. The one sad thing is that in the unreleased wave of Mattel, there was going to be a wave where they finally released the Simon Boss figure. They had the Aquaman from Flashpoint, which I really wanted. A couple of other, the Riddler, a couple of other figures that were unreleased. And they also were going to have the Ninja Joker from the same movie, but they never released it because they never ended up releasing any more figures after the next wave that I'm going to do. So, really sad. I wish we could have got that Ninja Joker. It would have been awesome to have the two of them together. But this one's actually pretty nice, and I'm going to be happy to get him up there on my Collect and Connect shelf where I have my big figures at. In fact, I might make him just a little spot for himself because he's so sweet looking. Cool. Like I said, I've never actually built this guy, so now that I put him together, really nice to have him in hand. Awesome looking figure. Alright guys, like I said, I'm just trying to get through these waves so I could show you the shelf I built and how I built it. I'm going to have one more wave from Mattel after this, and then I'm completely done with Mattel waves because they didn't release anymore. They lost the license. But it's a sweet sorrow because then McFarlane actually picked up the license, and now we have all the McFarlane figures that are coming out. So pretty cool. But anyways guys, hope everybody's staying safe out there. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.